So first question here is for literal equations. Right here it says solve for t. We want to get t all by itself. So read the problem and it tells you that d is equal to r times t. Rt is r times t. So we have to do the opposite of times multiplication to get t all by itself. We're going to have to divide by r on both sides. That creates elimination here. R divided by r is that invisible one that nobody brings. And t is going to be equal to d divided by r. No number, so we cannot simplify. So let's pick the option that says d divided by r equals t, which is going to be this option right here. Let's make sure I pick the right option this time. Voila. Yes, this is a video, so feel free to pause at any moment to get some notes. Again, we got another literal equation right here, y equals mx plus b. That's for a line, and right now they want us to get b all by itself. So first thing you do is locate b and understand the relationship with all the other variables. In terms of b, what's happening to b? This entire thing is being added to b, all right? It's being added to b, and because this is positive, we do not divide, we subtract. We're going to subtract mx from both sides to get b all by itself. No division, okay? Because these are adding to b. They are adding to b. Now, if they want us to get x by itself, you would have to understand that x is being multiplied with m, which would require division. And it's also being added with the b, which would cause for subtraction right here. But because we're getting b all by itself, you just pick this up and move it to the other side. If you are positive on this side, you get relocated, you become a negative. So we have elimination right here. B is equal to y minus mx. Let's make sure we pick the right option. Look like this one here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to pick that option. Moving along. Now we move to one-step equations. I'm not going to do too much explaining on these because it's literally one step. The goal is to get a by itself. So this 19, which is positive, has to be subtracted. 19 plus a. So we subtract 19 from both sides. To make sure you get it right, use a calculator. Negative 50 minus negative 19 should give you negative 69. Moving on. Next problem. This next one here is classified as a one step, but I'm going to break it down into two steps. And when we read this problem, you'll see that this fraction right here is being multiplied to this w. Okay. Now the cool thing with the fraction, you're going to have multiplication up top, and you're going to have division on the bottom. So whenever we want to eliminate this, we have to do the complete opposite. To get rid of this 2, it has to be divided. To get rid of this 3, it has to be multiplied. So in order to make this a one step, we can go ahead and do negative 2 over 3 times w equals 60. We can take this fraction and move it to the other side, but make it the complete opposite. Keep your negative sign in there. We're going to put the 3 up top and the 2 on the bottom. That's how you get rid of this. So in our calculator, what we're doing is 60. You can either divide by 2 and then multiply by 3, or you can multiply by 3 and then divide by 2. I'm going to take this other route here. So we'll go 60 divided by 2, which is 30. And then 30 times 3 will give us 90. Now we do have a positive times a negative, which makes this 90, a negative 90. But there we go. You had the 2 up top, 3 on the bottom. Just flip it, bring it to the other side. Division is on the bottom, multiplication up top. Use your calculator and pick any direction. It'll work either way. All right, let's get moving. Two-step equation. To get c by itself, we subtract 5. 23 minus 5 should be 18. Divide by 3 on both sides. C is equal to 6. Beware the negative out front. We're getting x by itself, so subtract 1 on both sides. That's a plus 1. So we do the opposite of plus 1. 21 minus 1 is 20. The negative 4 and the x are multiplying, so do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. X equals negative 5. No, I'm gonna stop this at 15. Break it up. All right, another two-step here. They got things written backwards, so let's go ahead and take this plus 7, make it a negative 7. That's how we create elimination. That's gone. We got 2a equal to 15 minus 7, which is 8. Divide by 2 on both sides. A is equal to 4. All right, so this one here, we got to combine like terms on this guy here. Because both of these are A's. I got 6 A's in one pocket, 5 in the other. That should give me 11 A's. Make sure we combine like terms right here. Divide by 11 on both sides. Since we have multiplication here, A is equal to negative 1. Another situation here, we have to combine like terms. We're going to put these R's together. This is 1R, 8R. That's going to give us 9R plus 11 equal to 29. So now it's a two-step equation. Minus 11 on both sides. That'll give us 18. Divide by 9 on both sides. R is equal to 2. Different style here. We got X's on both sides. Realistically, I like to move the smallest X. So I'm going to take this 5 here and move it. How do I move it? I create elimination. This is a positive 5X. I subtract it on both sides. That's 3X right there. And with that one move, we become a two-step equation. So from here, you want to subtract 4 on both sides. That's going to give you negative 18 equal to 3x. Divide by 3 on both sides. X is equal to negative 6. All right, whatever. All right, next question. Look a little busy. Gonna draw our line, maintain our balance. We got parentheses right here, so that's gonna call for distribution. I'm gonna go ahead and write that up here for some space. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times negative x is negative 4x plus 3x equal to negative 2x minus 2. Now, first things first, I'm going to get all my x's to one side. So I'm going to take this, I guess I can combine these two right here. Negative 4 plus 3, that's negative 1x. We're going to take this 2 and bring it over here. Plus 2x. Create elimination here. And over here we got 2 minus 1, which is just 1x. Subtract 4 on both sides. X is equal to -6. Yeah, I can pay attention to this one, but remember, it's somewhat invisible. A 1 on a variable is an invisible one. Let's do 4 more. I will move to inequalities now, which is basically the same thing as equations. Just beware of negative multiplication and division. That'll change the sign. Right here, I'm dividing by 8. That's a positive number, so the sign stays exactly the same. X is greater than or equal to -4. So -4 is right here. You see the difference in signs. That's the one that we want. Easy money here. Add 3. That doesn't change any signs. Adding and subtracting does not change any signs. Now, division and multiplication will, but we're dividing by a positive number. So B is going to be less than 2. We do not have to change the sign at all. So find your positive 2's and make sure you're picking the right sign, which is going to be this guy. And one thing with inequalities, I always like to have my variable on the left side, so I'm reading everything properly. Now let's go ahead and subtract 14 on both sides. That ain't gonna change no signs. We got 0, 1, be 40. And now we're gonna divide by a negative number. What happens when we divide by a negative number with inequalities? The sign flips, so this is gonna go from less than equal to greater than equal to. All right. 40 divided by -4 is -10. Find your -10 and make sure you pick the correct sign. Not this guy. Sign flipped here because of this guy. Make sure you pick this one. All right, so here's another level. Gonna combine like terms right here. And then go to work from there. So we got 5z minus 2z, which is 3z. Now the good thing, this is positive. It's not gonna change anything. Add 2 to both sides. We get 15. Divide by 3 on both sides. Z sign doesn't change. It's less than 5. Z is less than 5. So find your 5's and pick the right sign. We need that less than sign. All right, so we're going to do part 2 of this video. Later, we're going to stop here. Y'all take a breath. Take a break while I take a break.